3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome to BBQ&A. That tickles you, doesn't it?
I think that's hilarious. I can't remember who it was who came up with that, but I think that's great. Calling it the BBQ&A.
I got a noise there while I move my mic. So we're trying to work out how we were going to do this, and I've just decided we're going to flap about in some game or something and overlay the sound onto that. Probably easiest, I think. You're on Jeff's server.
I'm on Jeff's server, just branch mining, getting some diamonds.
Because it just makes recording it easier if you've got
something sort of menial to do.
Yeah. Ow! It helps him not get attacked by burning zombies. So we asked people for questions to badgeandblue@gmail.com, and we've got some in. Some are silly, some are sensible.
Yeah.
We do want to try and help people out, and we don't want to blow our own trumpets or anything, but Blue's pretty clever, and I've seen shit. So, gonna try and give a little back.
There have definitely been times on the podcast when you guys have been asked questions, and I'm just like, it's so much more like something I feel like I could speak to so much more. When people ask about like college and stuff, and like, 3 of the 4 people on the podcast didn't actually go to college, it's like, well, that's fine, right? I mean, if your question is like, should I go to college, then having a mix of people is great. But anyway, that's all. So, we've taken some of the questions that we're interested in. Let me pull them up. Do you want to just do these in order?
Yeah, might as well. I mean, it's not. You say order; it's the order they're written down in. They're not in a specific order of.
Oh yeah, there's just we went through and copied and put them into our little chat. All right. Does this not have fortune on it? It does have fortune on it. Okay, good. You can't see what I'm doing. I'm branch mining. It's very boring.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all this redstone. Anyway, okay, so the first question, which I think is just, it's a silly one, which is, would you rather have 50 dogs, or what is it, 50 cats or 25 dogs? Which I think we mentioned it in a video that I haven't actually put out yet, which I guess I will put it out before this goes out. And we answered it then, and we'll answer it again, which is, either way, it's going to smell really bad.
Yes, it's going to be a stinky house.
Yeah, but I guess probably the cats. But then you're a crazy cat lady if you have that many cats.
50 cats is going to stink. But 25 dogs is going to stink as well.
But I feel like if you have 25 dogs, they could all just like live outside. You could have just like a farm, right?
You could do that with cats.
I guess.
Cats are wild animals. They're just...
When was the last time you saw a wild cat that looked like a cat?
Wild cats or feral cats?
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, so you mean like... Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so they can live outside, but they're like, I don't know. I feel like the cats, when I envision having a cat, it's like very much like a
cuddle little things.
I want to cuddle. I want a papasan chair full of kittens and puppies. That's what I want. That's my goal in life. So I guess I'd rather have 25 cats than 50 dogs. I'll say for sure.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
I almost want to say the 25 dogs just because, because
it's less.
Like I'd have to come up. There's just less, and there's fewer things I have to name. And like if something goes wrong, and I feel obligated to take them to the vet, like, But are cats more likely to, or dogs more likely to have to go to the vet, and therefore, I think these are important questions. And we've spent really long on a silly question, so let's just say cats.
Yes. Well, let's get really deep and informative then. Why does Craig become Craig in America?
That's nice. There's a member of my extended family who is named Craig. Craig. And we definitely say Craig. And why does it become that way? I don't know, because we butcher the American language here in
It is a
America.
weird thing,
Or
and
the
it's
American
something
language, the English language.
it's something I have asked many times before, because you used to get it on because there's Craig in South Park,
Oh yeah.
and that used to confuse me for the longest time.
You didn't understand why his name was Craig?
Yeah, I was
Craig?
thinking, what's the name? It's Craig
Oh. Oh.
because it's a silly name, and then
It's not a silly name, it's a great name.
well, but what's wrong with Craig?
I don't know. What's wrong with Craig?
It's not a real name.
Well, neither is. What are some silly name? Benedict.
Oh, dang.
You know, my mom started watching Sherlock, and she was driving me back from the airport, and she said, "Have you seen this show, Sherlock?" And I went, "Yeah, oh my God, it's so good." And she went, "He's really not that attractive, is he?" And he's really not, but the show is so good, and he just is so like you get attracted to him. I mean, I'm like, like don't
But
worry, but it's
don't Reddit love him.
I love him.
There is a lot of women out there who think he's extremely sexy.
I don't get it. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. So, yeah. I guess
He has an interesting face. I like women with interesting faces, so I can understand her.
Yeah, I guess he does have an interesting face. He's got very high cheekbones too.
Yeah, and almond eyes.
Yeah, that's true.
There we
I
go.
guess you guys sort of. Okay. All right. All right.
We've got onto why is Benedict Cumberbatch attractive?
Sorry. I'm just curious. Okay, so the next question is from. I feel like we should have put down people's names, but you'll recognize your own name.
From your mum, the next question.
Next question is from Nihan, which I just think is funny because he's asking us about building, which is, as someone known for their building skills, my question is going to be building related. I guess he's someone who's known for his building skills, yeah.
But
What
he's
inspires...
somebody who's known for winning an Xbox at Minecon.
Yeah, like,
For
I just
building.
think that's funny. It's like, why are you asking us about building? We should be asking you about building. Like, how's that Xbox working out for you? But he says, what inspires your respective building styles, and what do you try to avoid, if anything, in building your Minecraft creations? I don't have a building style. My building style is make badge, come on and do it for me. And then in the building game, my building style is sex doll mouth. So
yeah, it is.
It's
pretty much.
yeah. That's my building style. It's not a building style. It's
What inspires your respective build styles? I very early on I got into curves, because I think everybody's initial world when they join Minecraft, they make mud cubes to live in, and then they progress to wooden cubes. In a very cubic world, I wanted to make circles. It's kind of like, do you remember Etho making the beehive in the Feed the Beast thing, where he made hexagonal things? That was very similar to my sort of thinking, where here's a shape that's not naturally
in Minecraft.
In Minecraft, let's see if we can make it, and that's what I did. And if you look at my video to actually get on the server,
it has a bunch of those curves.
Yeah, there was like a big mushroom cloud that I'd made as a house.
A teapot.
Yeah, well, the teapot's slightly different. We'll get to that in a minute. But what else was there? I used to make like these sort of donut houses and sort of things like that. Because
and so the desire is to build something that's not
sinuous and curvy and just not the square. The only problem with that is you have to build large.
Right, in order to...
Yeah, because if you build it small, it's going to look like a square regardless of what it is. You have to build these things big. Which is what I am currently doing on the main server, but it's so big. It's so tedious. Sometimes you kind of wish you hadn't.
Yeah, it's very, very big. I'm really excited to see it, though. Like, ha ha ha.
Being a stroke.
Oh, God. It's supposed to be our serious video series.
Yeah, 50 cats. So, what do you try and avoid, if anything? I try and avoid building in front of Big Double O's house.
Yes, that would be my suggestion as well, because
Um,
apparently that is makes you worse than Hitler.
yes. Uh, Worse than Ja Rule. Um, Again, avoid small things. I think if you want lessons in how to build, I mean, obviously you should build whatever you want, but I think it's a good idea to pay attention to how real things are built. Look at houses. Houses aren't, well, I suppose if you go to a modern housing estate in England, and they are quite small cubes usually, but if you look at an older house, that's usually a better thing. There are rectangles, but there are different rectangles attached together, and they're all different heights and different levels. You've got bits sticking out. Just sort of start like that. In fact, that's what I'm going to do on this server in the non too distant future. I'm just harvesting food at the moment, but I'm going to start building the house up there. And I'm going to think about laying it out. And again, rectangles. There's some good. If you Google sort of Minecraft and golden ratio, there's some quite interesting topics about people that use that, which is, it's usually the Fibonacci sequence ratio. So right. if your wall is 5 long, you make the other wall 3 wide or 8 wide, and then you get that nice size and shape,
right,
running together, which is good. But that's not really what you avoid, though, is it? I avoid wooden cubes. On the crack pack server. Sorry, I'm talking. I do apologise.
No, you're the builder here. You should talk.
On the crack pack server, I had a bit of an argument with Debris the other day because we're talking about building our castle, and he wanted to build a square with a tower at each corner. And I was like, well, I think we're probably a little better than that. That's first week Minecraft stuff. We should be.
Yeah.
I said
that's like, I've got all this cobble from mining. I'm just going to build a castle.
Yeah, it's like I can't imagine that Arcus is on the other team saying, "Hey, let's build a square."
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of stood up for something a bit more organic. I like organic things that follow the shape of the landscape. So if you go to like say an Italian village on the Amalfi Coast, to use your village as a fine example, these things aren't flattened out and then houses built on them on the flat. They are part of the landscape. They
are, yeah.
And I think that makes a much more interesting build.
I completely agree. I like little winding paths and things like that. I also favor either 100% function or 100% form.
Yeah.
Which is that if badge wasn't involved in any of my buildings, they would just be giant glass boxes, because then you could see out of them and you could see when creepers were coming or whatever. Like I would absolutely just build giant glass boxes. And if you look at but if I am going to build something that's for form, so something like Amalfi, the sort of Italian villa city that I have, there's no function at all in that city. Like I don't have, the buildings are empty, and possibly I'll fill them one day, but I don't have any desire to, because it's like nobody's actually going to live here. Nobody's going to use this crafting bench. Why should I put a crafting bench here? It's just all about what it looks like on the outside. So I think that's another one of my sort of things, is it's really all or nothing.
Well, you see these these sort of epic build videos that go around YouTube every now and again, and you have these massive buildings of Versailles or something like that, but then they're not built to Steve scale. You'll find that the front door in them is like 15 blocks high or something, because they get a much better level of detail.
Right, because if you scale up.
Yeah, in effect, the pixels, the blocks, are relatively smaller. You can get better detail. So it's quite difficult to get. See, I don't like that style of building where it's all knobbly walls.
Oh yeah. That
Uh,
like Gliss is the guy's name? Is that who it is?
yeah, I mean, it's great to have a style, and it's it
Yeah.
is a visual style, and you can see that, and Bubs was inspired by that in the other hub in the old
Right.
thing. I think he probably worked with Gliss on the design of it. To be honest with you, I don't know. And that's fine, but visually, that's not something I personally like the look of. And
Hmm.
I know I'm not the only person, but there are other people that love it. So your
Yeah.
own style is your own style. Really, at the end of the day, you pick something that works, and it's good to explore and experiment. And nothing's wrong.
Right.
Yeah. If I look at something and say I don't like that, this doesn't mean that's wrong, unless it's upside down, has no doors. Yeah. This is Minecraft. You can place your blocks where you want. It depends what you're going for. Are you trying to do a one-in-one recreation of a castle like Beef did? And when you start doing that, you realise that in fact it's actually very difficult
Yeah.
because of the scale of the blocks you're using. Okay, I've got a door here and I've got a window over there, but in real life that window is 3.5 meters away.
Hmm.
You can't do that. It's either 4 or 3.
Yeah.
And then at that point, things start breaking down. And then you've got 10 windows across the wall. They're all out, and that adds up. And then the room coming off that is now in the wrong place. And then that's what he started struggling with, like quite a long way
Hmm.
into the build, because everything was getting slightly shifted. So you have to take a little bit of poetic license. But I don't know, people just you've got. I say you've got to experiment. You look at other people's builds, look at videos on YouTube. Um, there's a very old video of mine on how to do roofs out there somewhere. Which, again, I made for BWA. I think I mentioned this the other day on
Yeah, it
something.
might not be in that video. It might have gotten edited out.
um, oh yeah, exactly. That did go quite long, didn't
It went on for like 2 hours.
it? But yes, because I remember when we were starting, he was struggling with roofs and stuff, and I put up a few different styles.
Hmm.
And again, there's nothing wrong. It's just you got to try and see what works for you.
Yeah.
I think.
That was a long answer to that question, but that was a
Sorry,
good question.
that was a
So,
good question.
let's see, what else do we have? He also was wondering what are the best barbecue you've ever had. Um,
I've got a picture of it somewhere. I might, if I can dig it out, I'll overlay it. Me and me and if you remember, I did a small series of videos where I got my friend to come and play with me and teach him how to play it. That was Jim, and I used to live with him. And we used to, as soon as spring pretty much started, we were out there with the barbecue, and we'd always. Sorry, I was just thinking something. We we ended up going to Costco or something and buying this like giant thing. It was like a meter and a half wide. And it was
I
this,
was at Costco yesterday and they just had huge,
yeah,
huge
huge
things of
barbecues. I don't go gas. Don't go gas. It's just
what?
it's
No,
wrong.
taste the meat, not the heat.
No, no.
Why? I don't want to taste the charcoal. I want to
The
taste the
charcoal
delicious
is
meat.
part of the flavour and the essence. You put some hickory chips on it or something. Lovely. If you're going to use gas, you might as well put it in the oven.
I actually agree. I think charcoal is better. But as a huge King of the Hill fan, I feel it's important for me to spout the company line.
Propane. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, we we did have one where we had this massive thing and it was just completely covered in meat.
Oh my God.
It was very good. Well, we do we did a pretty good barbecue. We do corn on the cob and French bread and get all the
You
sausages
gotta
and
have
chicken and meat and.
you gotta have cornbread, you gotta have mac and cheese,
You see,
you
you're
gotta
American. We
have
don't have mac and cheese and
then
cornbread
you're
here.
not doing barbecue right.
We have corn on the cob and cold saw and the other thing that people like, but I don't.
I'm just oh coleslaw. Yeah, I don't like coleslaw. I don't like anything with it.
Baby new potatoes covered in
Beef?
butter.
Ah,
Oh,
no, you're wrong. You're
never wrong.
wrong and you're weird. And you gotta have like bacon wrapped shrimp.
No, you see, I
Toss
don't.
those.
No, I don't do that.
You don't want to do that? You don't like bacon wrapped shrimp?
You know I don't do seafood, so no.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're missing out. Bacon wrapped shrimp is so good. Oh my God. Um, yeah, so that's my favorite barbecue.
I really like cilantro.
Ugh.
Oh, you're
All right,
missing
next
out.
question is in the event of a zombie apocalypse, which Mindcracker would you guys most want to have by your side? Keep in mind that Mindcracker might be the last of the group you will see. Now, obvious answer here is Badge, but
Oh, yeah, I'm
realistic
assuming we're
answer,
together
yeah.
on this one.
And I think we are
Being the
completely
third.
agreed that our answer is
Jeff.
Jeff. No
The answer
question.
to anything.
That's like, who would you want on a desert island? Jeff. Who would
Jeff.
you want to operate on you? Jeff.
Jeff.
Who would you want to go have a beer with?
Jeff.
Jeff.
The world is burning. Who do you want with you? Jeff.
Jeff.
You're going
What?
skiing. Who do you want with you?
Jeff. You're like I can't really think of any situation where I wouldn't want Jeff with me. Because even if it was like you're gonna go hang out in Germany, who do you want with you? And it's like, well, I could go with Doc, but I think I would have more fun with Jeff.
A Mindcracker's got to turn up with his girlfriend. Who do you want?
Not
Sorry, Jeff.
Good. Good in that case. I really like Mrs. Good. And
If you don't know why that's funny.
and you've never met Jeff's
uh,
Sorry.
a Silk Touch book.
Ooh, very nice. Did you pull it out of a fishing trap?
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway, so Jeff. It will always be Jeff, because Jeff is just like amazing. He's a superhero. Okay. If you could delete any one movie from existence, what movie would it be and why? We talked about this very briefly while we were going through the questions, and Badge's answer was
Well, you see, I don't know. My immediate answer was Sex in the City.
which I think we can all appreciate.
Because it's just evil incarnate.
Yeah.
But without that, I wouldn't have the massive rant that Mark Kermode did on the film review show that I love to watch, because it is epic. And,
yeah, it's pretty fantastic.
epic and famous. So if you haven't heard that one, you need to go and dig that out from somewhere. I don't know. I think.
My answer was
sorry. There is that. What's it called? That not Polish movie, Czech movie. There's some like.
Oh God, yeah. That's just like murder porn.
Yeah, I can't be doing crap like that.
Yeah,
that's just not necessary in the world.
I hear that. My answer was like Monty Python and the Holy Grail, because then I could just come up with it myself, and everybody would think I was really clever. And they'd be like, "Knights who say knee, that's so funny."
So the whole new comedy.
Yeah. So I feel like I'd have to destroy the entire compendium of works by, I couldn't just get rid of Holy Grail. But
get rid of Life of Brian, and you could write a hilarious movie about some guy that's Jesus.
Yeah, and I could get together with Kevin Smith, and we could do like that plus Dogma. Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Oh, talking to Kevin Smith, Chasing Amy, you could delete that off the face of the earth.
Why? Like, you don't? I thought you really liked it.
Nah, it's not a great one. What's the other one? The other one, there's one worse, isn't there?
Mallrats.
No, Mallrats, brilliant.
Oh, Jiggly or whatever it was.
No.
That the really terrible?
No, there's one in between those.
Oh my God. Oh, there's like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
No, that's not good, but that's all right.
Oh my God. Okay, well then I don't know. I just
Jersey
pretty much
Jersey Girl.
Jersey Girl. Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Or anything with Ben Affleck in it.
What? Oh, Ben Affleck's great. You're just jealous because
He's not.
He's great. He's really turned himself around. He's going to be Batman, so you better square yourself with that.
Yeah, he's just doing every superhero now.
He's only done 2. It's Daredevil.
There is a
Batman.
law that you should not be different.
Well, you know what? Like, at least Batman and Daredevil are in different universes because one's DC and one's Marvel. Mother effing Chris Evans is both Johnny Storm and Captain America, which I am not okay with. Yeah. That really upsets me. But now they're recasting the Fantastic Four, and Michael B. Jordan's going to be Johnny Storm, which is great because he's a fantastic actor. And so I'm like, I want to be angry about it, but I can't. These things are important. So anyway, I would say Monty Python for that. Yeah. Okay. We all know Blue is quite euphoric about Disney movies, but what is Badge's opinion on the Disney classics?
Now, you see, I don't have a problem with the Disney classics, but it depends what you class as classics. My
Mm.
idea of classics are probably different to yours.
My idea of classic is like Lion King, Little Mermaid.
Yeah, my idea of classics is Snow White and Bambi.
That was that was literally the first one that he did. That was
Yeah.
the first. Okay, all right, all right, all right.
So you're telling me it's bad? I think for introductory movies go, pretty good one.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, that just means that when we go to Disney World next year, and I really want to ride the new mine train, the Seven Dwarfs mine train ride, that you're not going to have any excuse not to go on it.
I
I'll be
know.
like, well, you like this movie.
Yeah.
I'm also going to get, I've already made Badge promise that he will go on the Country Bear Jamboree with me, so don't worry
Yeah.
about that, guys. I've got that covered.
I have been bribed to go on that one.
There is a bit of a bribery involved to getting him to go on that, but I think he's going to really like it anyway. I think he's going to be like,
I like the
Blue.
bribe.
It's a pretty good bribe.
But
Um,
the more modern ones, I don't like the illustration style.
Really? Oh man.
Yeah.
I mean, you're wrong, but
And
like,
I don't. To be honest,
it's
I don't
interesting
like.
that.
I don't like the Elton John soundtracks and everything as well.
Oh, see, yeah, I can get that, but I love it so much that I don't care. All right, next question is somebody to me saying that I've only recently just started watching your videos, having found you through the building game. You've mentioned in a handful of videos that I've seen that you're going to college. However, I don't recall what you are studying. So, what's your major? So, I thought I should clear this up.
Before you do, I
Yes.
should just say I was speaking to Sri last night
My God, really?
on Steams. Yeah, and he was talking about having some sticky maths stuff
Yeah.
to
Do
do,
you want me to talk to him?
and I said if you get stuck, to tell me and I'll ask you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can definitely. I don't actually study math, although I've taken a lot of upper level math. So
Yeah,
I'm not.
I think the difference between what we think of maths and you is probably
Yeah, what I think of as math and what you think of as math is very,
yeah.
very different, I'm sure. Um, so I'm not in college, I'm in graduate school. I'm getting my PhD in biostatistics, which is basically just statistics, but it happens to be applied to public health, so I study AIDS and infectious diseases. Well, it's my like field of application. I study missing data more specifically. Um, and yeah, so that's what I do. I studied statistics in undergrad. I started off as a math major, and then I switched to statistics after a year because I really didn't like the theoretical side of math, and I like much more applied stuff, which is why I'm doing biostatistics now. So that's me. That's a really, really, really quick like intro to Blue. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, I think what you do is a little bigger than that.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't worry about it. I guess to me it's just so like it's just not a thing. Like it's just my life, so it's not that impressive to me. Oh no, I lost my water.
But you are. It is impressive because you're not, in some crappy college. You are, one of the best schools in the world and one of the highest levels. You teach doctors and stuff.
Yeah. I was talking to I went down and saw a friend of mine this weekend, and we were talking about how, when you grow up in a family that's very academic, it just doesn't it's not it's just sort of normal to be getting a PhD, to be going to graduate school. This is just sort of expected. Like none of this is at all, I don't know, I don't want to say weird, but it's just like, yeah,
Unusual, yeah.
this what you do, you know.
Because for me, I'm not from an academic background. My dad's got a degree in that. My mother was very intelligent. She went to grammar school, but we're not academics, because academics is a whole
It's a very specific.
step up, isn't it? It's almost a vacation, isn't it? In some respects.
I mean, I guess. I haven't really thought about it that much.
Well,
Like I said, I don't think about it because it's not something that.
no,
Yeah.
exactly. But
Um,
a lot of people would have, would have left school 10 years ago with a decent qualification, but you're still there, you're still studying, which kind of sounds pretty vocational to me. But
I mean, I guess it's a little vocational. It's like, well, what are you going to do with this? Well, I go and work at a hospital or work at a pharmaceutical company. So,